Hi, this is Ashley Harris with Craft and Desert Divas, and I'm showing you how to make multiple cards quickly. And we are going to do that. I start out by having my card bases already made. I take some cardstock and make them into 4¼ by 5½ Neenah Solar Classic, or I think it's Neenah Classic Crest is not what it is. And I take these strips of scrap paper that I already have. I trimmed them down to a 1/2 inch by 5½ inch. I think some of them ended up being longer than that, so I just trimmed off the edges. I do this often as I'm a card maker, and I know that I'm going to use little scraps of paper like this often, and so I have them in a small bin next to my crafting area so I can have them at hand and when I need them. And so it's super easy to put those together if you have those already ready. I'm a scrapbooker as well, as I have 5 children, and that's rather important. And so I use my excess scrapbook paper when I'm not working, and so that helps. Anyway, all right, so we're going to put that on the side, and it just gives you that extra accent to this card, so it's not completely plain. So I have those all done, and it took literally no time at all. So now I'm going to have this donut party set. I love it. It's super cute. It has these pandas and sweets and donuts. It's just the cutest thing. So I have already stamped and colored these images out. I do that a lot. I will stamp images and color them out and then cut them and put them in a little drawer or a little open bin next to my crafting area so I can just throw together a card if I need to. So I'm taking this image and I am positioning it on the card where I want it to be, and then I'm taking the sentiment and putting it where I want it to be located in regards to the little panda bear. So I'm taking my mini Misty tool and I'm going to put that exactly where I want it. So each time I stamp, it's going to be in the same position for each card. And that's why I love this Misty tool, because it does exactly that, especially for cards. It's great because it obviously has a smaller canvas area. So I'm going to take my VersaFine Black Onyx ink and I'm going to ink the stamp up. I like this ink specifically for sentiments because it gives you a very crisp image, and it just is, I really like it for that. And if that's another thing about the Misty tool, if you have any mistakes or any blank spots on your image, you can just go over it and you are in the exact spot where it belongs. So I sped it up and I did this to all 4 cards. And then I cleaned off my stamp because I didn't want it to stain, because that ink will stain it. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking, sorry for the camera shake, I hit my little holder. So I'm going to take my images and I'm going to be popping them up with 3D adhesive. However, first, there was an ink spot on my card from moving my magnet. So I'm taking a mono eraser by Tombow and I'm using the sand end, and I am just sanding those ink spots away. And you will never know if there was ink ever there. So I love that eraser. It's perfect for that. All right, so now I'm taking my images and I'm going to pop them up, give them a little dimension with these 3D foam squares. I love these, and they're always handy, and I can cut them and resize them any way you want to. It's great. So I'm doing that for each of these cute little things. Look, I have girls. I have 3 girls and 2 boys in my family, so these little cards for girl birthdays are perfect. So I'm taking the Craft and Desert Divas sequin mix. I have Lollipop, and I'm also going to be using shimmer. I decided not to use the stars because I just didn't think that it went very well. I need to speak. I went very well with it, so I just stuck to the regular sequins here. And I only use a few. I just dump them out on my little table, and I'm going to put that aside. So I tend to go a little overboard with my sequins, and I am totally okay with that. And this one, in this card, you can see that I put a lot of them on, and I'm like, I'm okay with this because it's gonna go to a little girl, and she's not gonna care. Little girls love shiny, sparkly things, and it's all good. So I am putting down multimedia matte adhesive for these. So I just put that down where I want my sequins. And then I'm going to take my jewel picker and then pick up those sequins, and I'm going to adhere them onto the card, just like so. And that's how I'm going to be embellishing my card today. Nothing crazy, nothing insane, just super simple and honestly super fast. And that's why I love having things ready to go, having them pre-made, like your cards and your images already stamped and colored, because it just makes the card assembly so much faster. And using your stash is, you know, waste not, want not. Why spend more money when you don't have to? I tend to be pretty frugal in my spending, and I'm super happy with that. So we're just going to be finishing this up with these sequins, and there we go. The matching on the other side of the sentiment. The sequin did not want to come off. And so there you have it. There's the card for one of the cards for today. As you can see, I did make multiples, but I decided to just show you the one. And I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some good tips. Have a great day.